Hello everybody, welcome in, welcome. I am trying to find myself. I am in an event, and it is Egg-Spress Yourself. So we will be doing crafts with eggs today. Where am I? There I am. Hello there, welcome. Thank you so much for having me. I really appreciate it. I'm just finishing to share myself out. To a few places. So thank you so much for hosting this event and for having me. I really appreciate it. So we are in the Egg-Spress Yourself event today, and it is hosted by Adventures in Crafting group. The link to the group is in the description, so please, if you're not following, go ahead and follow. That way you can see everybody that was on before me. Bekah was on before me, and then Miss Stephanie will be up after me, and there is one more creator after her. But it's been a day filled with amazing creators doing lots of things with beautiful eggs. So thank you again for having this event and for having me. I really do appreciate that. Alright, now where is... Y'all, I'm a little rusty. I've been gone for 2 weeks, and it shows. It definitely shows, because I don't even know where my stuff is to share myself to. That's not good. Hey there, Miss Mary. How are you, dear? Thank you so much for coming and joining. I really appreciate it. So, let's get a rolling here. I've got my comments pulled up so I can see you. And I'm going to bring you over so you can see what it is that I'm going to be creating today. Alright, so I'm going to... there we go. So I have a few things here. These are some bunny head picks. We'll be using one of those. I have some foam eggs. Those are the eggs that I will be using. I have some fabric as well. And then if we need to, we will grab anything else. I am doing great. Thank you so much for asking me. I really do appreciate it that you are here on a Saturday having fun with me. So let's have some fun. Let us have some fun together. Sorry for the noises as I pull this egg out. So my idea is that we are going to use this egg as our body, and we are going to be using this fabric, which is a cute fabric. It's also a very soft, flowy fabric. I don't know the type of fabric. It's a little stretchy, so I'm sure there's a name to it. And I'm sure that somebody who sews would really know what it is. But my thoughts is we can make a cute little dress out of it. And we can put the bunny head on it. And we can make it some arms. That's my thoughts, right? And we'll figure out how it's going to stand. Because I'm not sure about that part just yet. But we're going to get started. And I am going to pull out one of the heads that we're going to be using today. And I've gotten these heads at Hobby Lobby back in 2022. So trying to use my stash. That is the biggest goal of this year. And so now we're going to calculate, right, how much, because we do want to make sure that our bunny has a neck to him, or to her, because she's going to have a dress, so it's a her. And so I don't want it to go too far. And these are like a wire. Well, they're hard, so we shouldn't have much of an issue with it, other than me trying to... I think I'm gonna have to cut this. I do think that I am going to have to cut this. So we're going to, ooh, this is a lot harder than I thought it would be. Hubby's making meatloaf with mashed potatoes, so we'll be having that for dinner. I mean, yum, yum, yum. I had to take a nap earlier. There we go. I had to take a nap earlier. So I've missed some of our presenters, but I'm definitely going to go back because I love to be inspired by others. And I can only imagine all the awesome things that everybody's been doing. I am going to use a little bit of glue to make sure that this stays in and doesn't come out. Alright, so even though this is styrofoam, I still want to make sure it's going to stay. Okay, so this is tentative what our body's starting to look like, okay? Like I said, tentative because we'll work with it a little bit, okay? So I am going to pull it out and we're going to start working with our fabric. You could use any fabric that you like. I thought this one with the flowers was really cute. So when I saw it in my sewing area, I was like, oh, that's gonna work. So let me see about how much I need so I can cut it down. Okay, so roughly about there. So I'm gonna cut it right here. Get my fabric scissors for that. So how has everybody been? I've missed being able to come on and craft and hang out with everybody. I did get to craft in person with some beautiful ladies while I was on my crafting cruise. So that was a lot of fun. For sure. I definitely enjoyed it and had a blast. Okay. And I want my flowers to be facing up on the front end. So I gotta make sure that I do that properly. Let me turn my heat tool on because we are gonna use a little bit of that just to like hold things in place. And meanwhile we do that, let's consider what we will be using for the arms. So I'm thinking we can make some arms out of some clay. So I do have some clay. That I picked up. And I also have a few skewer bits that I have from crafting, because you know we never throw anything away, right? Because you never know when you might need it. So these are little bits here, so we can use those. Now this is called air dry clay, but it's more like a foam clay. And I picked this one up at the Dollar General, and I was so glad that they finally brought some back to my store because I love this stuff. I know that your foam clay is used a lot when, let me get my rings off, is used a lot when you're doing, you know, like your faux baking. So I just really love how this thing is. It's so easy to work with. So if you ever want to try it and you want to get a little bit, please maybe try that out. And then you can always buy larger bits from everybody. Yes, the excitement as we watch all of the amazing presenters using their eggs for this Egg-Spress Yourself. Alright, so if I'm coming out, that might be a little bit too long, so I might have to cut those down a little bit, but that'll be fine. Let's try to make 2 little hands, or paws. Paws probably, because I mean, she's a bunny, right? So we're gonna try to make her paws. I don't know if you did what, you know, because I think of paws, I think of cats and dogs, but I mean, she is a bunny. So maybe she has also paws. Does anybody know the correct terminology? I want to make sure we're not using the wrong one. So right here, all I'm doing is I'm shaping it out kind of the way I want it to look. And then we'll take something and we're going to make the indents for the, might be pretty, that might actually be pretty big, but that might be a little bit on the chunky side. This might actually end up working more for like a foot. So that's fine. We've got feet then. We've got us some legs, because we were going to need those also. So you think it's paws too? Okay, good. So I'm not, at least I'm not that off. So we'll make, yeah, this one's a little chunky, so we'll definitely make this one the foot. Okay, so there's one. And this is going to dry hard. It is air dry clay, so it will dry hard. It's just, because it's the foam style, it's very soft, very easy to work with. So if you have problems with your hands like I do, where at times if you are doing too much movement, this is a really good clay to work with, because it's very soft on your hands and your joints, which is why I like it, because I can really work with it and not have to, because I used to work with polymer clay, but polymer clay is really hard and it just caused lots of issues all together. Make sure they're about the same, so we don't want our bunny to look deformed. Eggs are so much fun to work with, because they really lend themselves to so many ideas. So I really hope that everybody takes the time to go and be inspired by all of the wonderful creators that were on today and see what they were doing. And like I said, we still have more creators up after me, so stay tuned. The lucky rabbit's foot. Yeah, you know, that's why I said I'm not 100% sure what these are, what they're called, because I know we definitely use paws with you know, our fur friends, our four-legged fur friends, whether they're cats or doggies. Okay, so there's the second foot. I'm gonna leave these to start drying. I'm gonna pull out a little bit, some other, and hopefully this time I can make some hands that don't look like feet. So how are you doing today, Miss Gail? I hope you are having a wonderful Saturday evening. Y'all, I am so off with what day of the week it is. Like, I don't know why, but today feels like a Sunday. Maybe because hubby's been off, and he's normally not off on Saturdays. So, that's probably what it is. That's what I'm thinking, at least. I'm not used to him being off. I don't think none of us are used to him being off. Okay, so let's try this again. Take this in half, and hopefully I'm gonna do it on both ends, and then I'll just cut this. Again, this is just leftover from a bamboo skewer from where I was doing a different project. So again, we save all of our bits, right? Because you never know when we may need them. Now don't get me wrong, there's some size papers that need to be thrown away. Don't have to keep everything, but we definitely want Yep, I can smell my heat tool. It's on. Hey there, Miss Carla. How are you, my sweet friend? How is my Cajun queen doing? I've missed every single one of you. Oh, thank you, dear. I've missed all of y'all, too. Like I told hubby, I had a blast, but I missed everybody. I missed him, I missed the kids, the cats, missed being on here with my friends. It's been difficult. Look, when it's a teeny tiny little piece of paper, you know, that can kind of go. So, you've had your 7-month-old grandson all day. Now that he went home, you're just chilling and watching the remaining of the crafters. Well, that is, you know, that's a beautiful way to spend your day with the little one. That is actually a really great way to spend your day. I don't have little grandkids yet. Maybe someday. Now, I'm sure someday. I'm just hoping it's not anytime soon. But I keep on telling my kiddos, don't. There's no rush. I'm not in a hurry to be a grandma anytime soon. Whenever they are ready and they find the right person. Then yes. But yeah, it's hard to decide what we keep and what we don't keep as crafters, isn't it? I did do 3, I did do 3. Okay. Alright, so now I'm going to cut this one in half. Hey, Miss Marcy! You're in Texas. How fun! Don't worry, dear. It is good that you popped in and I got to say hi to you. I'm so glad. Aw, yeah, I'm sure it does. I'm sure it does wear you out, but it is such a joy, isn't it? Thank you for the sprinkles, Miss Marcy. I appreciate you, dear. Alright, so we are going to cut what's gonna be our like neckline. I'm kind of right here. And I need fabric scissors for that because if I use any of the other ones, they're gonna butcher my stuff. So I'm just taking my fabric and I'm just gonna cut it. Okay. And so now I have my little like neckline. Ooh, how fun! That is awesome. I can't wait till we get together in a few months. I'm super excited for that. Oh, I might have actually put it where it didn't need to go. Okay. Okie dokie. And I think this is a little too large of an opening. Hey there, Miss Stephanie. Miss Stephanie is up after me. I'm so glad that we're in an event together. Her name Midnight Stephanie is right, because she does craft late at night. She's a night owl like me. So thank you for the sprinkles. I appreciate it. I really, really do. Now, I haven't done anything to this egg, okay? I didn't, like, paint it beforehand or anything of that nature because, I mean, a bunny is white, so I was like, well, it's already white, so we'll leave it like that. I may end up doing something right here. So. You're working on a junk journal. That's awesome. You know I love me my junk journals. So, and I figured I could do a junk journal for this Egg-Spress Yourself, but I have a lot of supplies that I need to use, so I am working on utilizing what I have right now. Okay. Alright, so remember we have our little head. I'm going to put a dollop of glue in there. Just so that it will hold our, you know, just to be sure 100% that it's going to hold our head down. And I'll finish to push her through. Okay. So, see, it's not perfect, but she will do. We will make her look all nice and pretty and beautiful. Okay. Now her arms, I do kind of want them, so we do have to cut these down a little bit more. They're too long for what we want. I mean, if you wanted them to just like come out like this, but we're gonna poke through, so these do need to be a little bit smaller. I did leave them way too long. Okay, so again, I'm gonna try to think where it is that the arm is going to go. So, yay! Again, you know, think of it, you know, we pick up eggs, whether they're styrofoam eggs, plastic eggs, you know, we have tons of eggs left over after Easter hunts, right? What are things that we can do with them? You can do so many cute things with eggs, and that's what this event is all about. So please follow the wonderful ladies that host the events at Adventures in Crafting, and come and join all of the wonderful creators that are on here. It's been a day already, long day filled with wonderful creators, so make sure that you are following, okay? Alright, so we've got to make the sleeves. Alright, we've got to think about the sleeves, and I do want them to come out, so I'm going to trim this. Now we're going to try to put our first hand in here. Now remember, this is still soft because it hasn't completely hardened yet, but once it's hard, it'll be fine, okay? Once it is hard, it'll be totally okay. So you see there's my first hand. Okay, now we're going to work on the other side. And we're going to do the same thing. We're going to trim off some of it so that our hand can peek out. And then what I was doing with the glue tool is I was actually using the tip that's hot and just quickly making a hole to make it easier to put this in, and also adding a dab of glue to it. And because it's a little bit short, I'm just using my scissors to help me push it in. Okay, so then there's the second little hand starting to come together. I'm so excited. All right, I'm egg-sided, y'all. Egg-sided. Y'all get it? You get it? Okay, so we have our feet. Alright, and I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to start the hole with my glue tool, and that way I can also try to make sure that they're kind of like about even. And alright, let's go. Same as before, I'm going to use my scissors to help me push in. Doesn't have to be perfect because we do have the dress. We are going to trim the dress just a little bit, but you know what I mean. We need to make sure that we get our legs in. Okay. Again, I'm just using my scissors to help me. Oops, I went in a little too far. Come on out, because if not, you won't be level. We're going to have one that's a little taller than the other. Okay, so she looks like she's going like this. she's a little, you know, cattywampus, but she'll be fine. She'll be fine once we get her standing. So I'm thinking I'll probably put her like on a little wood piece to be like her base. Yeah, I need this one to come out just a little bit more. Okay, there we go. Thank you. I'm glad that you think it's adorable. Now, if you're a seamstress or something, or you know, you could totally sew that, but I'm actually just going to glue it, okay? And keeps going through your head. Express yourself. I mean, hey, you know, that is what we are doing, right? We are expressing ourselves right now. Okay, I'm gonna do another ruffle here, and all I've been doing to do a ruffle is put a little dab of hot glue and then bring it up a little bit. So I just ruffle it up a little. Okay, so giving a little more ruffles here to this part. We're gonna do the same over on this side. Let's ruffle her sleeve up just a tad bit. Actually, her sleeve is fine. Don't really need to ruffle hers. We just need to go ahead and start gluing. So I think they're gonna look super adorable. and cute once she's done. And then biggest thing is going to be making sure that we trim all of the excess fabric off. Well, I'm a little jealous of your friend Miss Carla, 'cause she gets to see you and not me. But hopefully I'll get to see you soon. Hopefully I'll get to see you soon. Okay. Do-do-do. Do-do-do. Okay, so oh, that was easy. Making the bunny was actually really easy, my friend. Alright, I just got to put a little bit more hot glue there, so we can keep her arm. She's got one arm that's raised up and one arm that's kind of lower. She's not perfect, but she's gonna be super duper cute when she's finished. So remember that the base is an egg, okay? And then I'm using a pick for the head, and the rest we've made. Now I'm going to trim down the dress a little bit so we can see those cute little feet, paws, whatever they are called, of our bunny, because you know we do kind of want to see them, right? So that when she's sitting, we can still see her little feetsies. Her feetsies! We want to see her feetsies. Alright, and so I'm going to bring her over this way, and I'm going to just finish to put her dress together. And again, this is, you could sew this if you had time. I would probably sew this if I had time, but I am using just hot glue right now. And I mean, as long as she's not in where the temperature is going to be changing, the hot glue will be fine. But you guys know here, Georgia weather fluctuates so much that 1 minute it's nice, and then the next minute we are burning up or freezing. Can never make up its mind. And I'm sure that there's people that say that about what, you know, your weather at in your state, because it definitely, you know, the weather is definitely unpredictable. That is for sure. We can never really predict what's going to happen. The weatherman, the one job where they pay you to guess on live TV, or nowadays on an app. Okay, so we can see where I need to trim it because it's not level. Said I'm not working off of a pattern. I'm just doing, you know, as I see it. As I see it is how we roll. So I'm gonna put a little bit of glue over here to hold the dress, hopefully in some way. And thank you so much for coming and hanging out with me. Like I said, I feel kind of lost. This is my first day back crafting on land. Because I obviously crafted on the cruise, but crafting on land, crafting on cruise, let me tell you, two very different things. Yeah, I was right about her being cattywampus. She is... Okay, that's better. Hey there, Miss Patty. How are you, dear? I am in an event where we were to use eggs, and I used an egg as the body of this little bunny that I'm making. And the bunny is made out of an egg. The feet, paws, whatever we want to call them, they are clay. And I'm actually thinking that it would actually probably be pretty cute if we could have like a ruffle. Oh, you know what? I know exactly what I need to grab. We're gonna give her dress a lace ruffle. That's what we're going to do. Oh, thank you. I'm so glad that you like it. I really do appreciate that. Let's see. Oh, here's a cute piece. We'll use that. We can use that. So this is my box of lace. Bits and bobs that I keep next to me. You know, because I never know when I want to put some lace on something that I'm working with. So I always keep little bits and pieces. So I'm thinking it would be really cute if we added a little bit of lace. This one's actually a little too wide. I need a thinner lace. Do I have a thinner piece of lace here? Not really, but I can make a thinner piece. I'm going to take this wide piece of lace and I'm going to trim it down to work. So I'm going to trim it right down the middle, and we'll use it and since this side is scalloped, let's actually make it look scalloped by trimming it up a little bit better. There we go. Okay, so now we can take this, and I'm thinking we can just glue it on the underneath of this dress like that. So what do you guys think? Should it be underneath the dress? Kind of like a what are those things called? What you would wear under your dress? I know there's a name for it, but it's totally slipping my mind. A slip. So we're gonna make it look like a slip. That's the word I was looking for. We're gonna make it look like a slip. Thank you so much, all of you, for coming and joining me. I really do appreciate it, because, you know, I know that there's so much more that you could be doing with your time, and yet you're here spending it with me, watching me, you know, create something. Hopefully, fingers crossed, it comes out right. Yes, a slip. Yes, yes, that. You know what our grandmas would make us wear. Or at least my grandma would. Yeah, wear that under your dress. My grandma was big about, I had to wear those kinds of things. And I'm like, I'm just going to church. But then again, of course, I was also the tomboy. So there was actually a picture of me, of younger me, and my dad had. It was in a frame of me up in a tree, because, and I'm in my Sunday dress. We had gotten home from church, and I decided that I was gonna go and climb the tree in the backyard, one of the trees in the backyard. And I climbed up, and I got so far, and then I got stuck. And so I yelled and yelled, and finally my dad came out. And instead of helping me down, he went back inside the house to get the camera, so he could take a picture. And after he took the picture, then he took me down. Hey, Miss Sherry, how are you, my sweet friend? So that was really funny. I'm like terrified, because I don't even know how I got so high up in the tree. And then I couldn't figure out how to get down. And instead of getting me down, he goes back into the house to go look for his camera. I'm like, Dad. So, that is my funny story of wearing my Sunday dress. Yep. I was always a bit of a tomboy. Heck, even when I was in high school, I'd rather be, during recess, be playing soccer with the guys than hang out with the girls yakking and looking at boys. I didn't find that interesting. um, So yeah, so for the longest time, that picture of me up in a tree, smiling, because I had to smile for the picture, was in the house. That's actually pretty cute. Look at how cute that looks. Alright, I just gotta fix this one little end here. So I hope everybody has a blessed weekend. I know that the lovely ladies from Adventures in Crafting are hosting another event tomorrow. So again, please, 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 you know, like the group, follow the group, come watch all the wonderful presenters that come. It's a free group. You can join it. Yeah. See, look at how cute that is. See, so now she looks like she's got a little slip. The back doesn't have it, but it's okay. The front is what we're going to be looking at anyways. So now I just got to get what I want my base to be, and pray that I can get it to stick. So fingers crossed we're gonna get it to stick, okay? And girly girls when they want it to be. I hear you. I hear you. I just didn't, I never really liked hanging with the girls because I always felt like there were way too much drama. Always. There's always way too much drama stuff going on, and I just didn't have time for that. So I always hung out with the guys. Because every time I tried to hang out with the girls, stuff always ended up going down. Okay, let me find my round. So I'm hoping I can get her glued on here. Oops, what in the world do you have here, Miss Lady? What you got here? And then we're going to do something about her collar. We got to figure out what we're going to do with her collar, because I don't know. I don't like it. Something's not going good. Alright, so remember these are the little sticks, and right here at the bottom I left them where I could find the two ends, okay, so that they would actually be what would be glued on here, okay. So I'm just gonna remove a little bit of the clay to expose where the wood is, so that I can put a dollop of glue. Now once these actually fully dry, it'll actually hold it a lot better. Right now she needs to just like dry in place, but I think she looks super cute like that. But again, I feel like, oops, let me very carefully bring her around like this so I can show you. And see, look at how cute that is. I feel like she needs something around her like neckline, right? So we're going to figure that out. What can we give her around her neckline so that she looks, you know, a little more polished? How about that? We'll use that word, a little more polished. Okay, so thank you. I'm glad that you really like her. I had thought of making her a scarf out of the same, you know, and putting it around, but that's going to be too much. I don't want that. And pearls would look great, but I don't have pearls. So I'm still trying to think, what could we do around her neck that would look really cute. So thoughts on that? What does anybody, I said pearls would look really cute, but I don't have pearls. So, oh, I know what we can do. I know, I'm gonna make her pearls with some puffy paint or fabric paint. And I'm going to move this to the side just while we get her pearls to dry. So I love working with puffy paint. Let's make sure that it's all the way down. Hey, handsome. And we're gonna put like a lining on her dress, so it looks like she has a strand of pearls coming down. How about that? Could ruffle that. Yeah, that would be nice too. ruffling some material. Hi, handsome. Thank you. I'm glad you all like it. Now it's called you use what you got and you do the best you can with it. So I'm bringing it up a little bit. Now this I'll wait till it's fully dry and then I'll bring the bow back to the front. But for now, do you love the pearl idea? Yeah, because pearls would like so make it, right? She would look all fancy and smancy. So I'm gonna give her these little, come on down. The biggest thing with whenever you use puffy paint is you have to make sure that it's all the way down so you don't get those air pockets. Because the moment you get an air pocket, it's gonna mess with it. Okay, so I'm gonna show you now. Now don't forget that she still has her bow, but the bow is away so that it can dry. But see how we did that with the puffy paint? And it goes all around the side there. And then the bow's going to come back once that is dry, because that'll dry nice and hard. Were the cats all over the place? Miss Marcy, they are all over the place. Okay. I just, the one that was in here with me, she wanted food, so she's off eating. So, the boys are outside. Well, the boys are outside. That tells you where two of them are. Hello there, Amanda. How are you? Welcome. Thank you so much for joining. And she would look adorable, I think. Okay. This is my thoughts. I have these cute little wings that match the dress color. And I'm going to add them to the back here. So she's a cute little bunny that is dressed up for Easter. Now all she needs is an Easter basket, which I might end up making one and hanging it from her hand. So. Hi, yes, your favorite pet is here. Ooh, look at that. So cute. So these are little fabric wings that I have. And I had cut them off to make the butterfly smaller. And I had them laying around. So this is actually going to work out really cute. Oh yeah, they were all happy. Oh, he gave you a lick on the nose. That's how happy he was. Yeah. They definitely were happy for us to come home. I know Stormy was. She, like, Caroline said that she wasn't paying her any more mind because Mommy was home. I'm like, well, yeah. So let me pull her up. You see the little wings there? The little wings that we added? to the back. Now remember, the paint is there just until the feet part dries, because then she'll hold herself. So this is her. I think she looks really cute. Remember, the bow is going to end up coming to the front. It's just we have it tucked away so that it can dry. And again, if we could figure out how to make her a little basket, she would look like she is going off to hunt for little eggs. So, you know, you could totally hang from her arm a little basket if you wanted to. And because her feet are not 100% dry, I can't even like add moss down here because I have to make sure that she is dry. And once she is dry, then we could add like some moss so it looks like she's on grass and all that good stuff. And as far as making her a little basket, you can totally make a little basket out of pretty much anything, really. I have a little bit of this, so let's make her a quick little basket that she can hold. Let's give her a little basket that she can hold right quick before my time is up, and we're going to go see Miss Stephanie. Make sure that you stay tuned. I am excited to see what she does for this event. She always has very creative ideas. And again, if you are a night owl, follow her because she comes on 9-10 o'clock at night, pretty much every night. Is her time. So yes, benefits of the job. I get to get all the boxes for shipping. It is one of the benefits. Okay, so that's a little too wide, so we're just going to trim it down. Right? That's a good little size basket. I'm going to use what I just trimmed. Let's see if it'll be enough to make the... It's not going to be long enough. It will not be long enough. This is just a strip of burlap that I had laying here. Again, trying to use all the items that I already have. So that's my biggest thing, is trying to use the stuff that I have this year for my crafts. Because I have plenty. So again, thank you so much for having me. I really truly appreciate it. I hope that everybody has had fun and that you enjoyed this quick whimsical idea that I had, and hopefully maybe you will try your own version of it, because remember, that's the best part of it all, is when we give it a go in our own versions, right? So I just put a little bit of glue at the bottom, and we're going to give her her little basket right there. And thank you so much for having me. I really do appreciate it. Let me show you Miss Fairy Bunny. This is Miss Fairy Bunny with her little basket, and she is ready to go look for her little eggs. So thank you again for having me. I really appreciate it. Please go and join Miss Stephanie, and remember that there's her and one more presenter, and you can see all of the presenters in Adventures in Crafting. It is a free group. The link is in my description. And thank you for having me. I hope to see everybody soon.